your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But you guys, another week of the aDrive Army Battle League, which is a fun subscriber league that I play in. Basically all my subscribers in my Discord server. Here we are in week 3. If you guys haven't seen the first couple weeks, I was able to pick up a win last week after losing week 1 in a pretty tough matchup, but Mega Pidgeot put in some serious work. This week's matchup is actually against the UNC Wingulls. That's going to be our opponent here, and I do have Pokemon Showdown open. I've seen a lot of people say, why is this a Showdown League? Because, guys, I'm playing against my subscribers. Not all my subscribers have capture card DSs. They don't have the ability. They're not YouTubers, right? Generally, most of them are just, you know, subscribers. They're just hanging out. They're not trying to create a ton of content. Most of the people in the league aren't uploading their battles and things like that. I'm just doing this as kind of like extra content for you guys, as a way for you guys to kind of see my team building process, as a way for you guys to see kind of me just battle in a relatively relaxed setting. Very, very different than my normal team building stuff. And I drafted a pretty fun, just mess around kind of team. So hopefully that makes sense. I've seen a lot of people like, why is this on Showdown? You know, but that's why. It's you know, it's meant to just be kind of a fun, laid back league. So anyway, UNC Wingulls, our first opponent. They're 1-1. Very powerful team, man. They've got a Tapu Koko, which has Z-Crystal potential, Starmie, Tangrowth, Dragalge, also a Z-Crystal user, Gligar, Linoone, which is so scary, Klinklang, Mega Tyranitar, Lucha, Alolan, Marowak, Volbeat, and Archeops. So just so many threats. I just see so many threats across this team here, making it a very, very difficult team build and just a difficult matchup in general. So I'll do what I can, but this one's gonna be kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie. So let's do it. Let's get right into the team building here. Hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're new. Like I said, I do these team builds live, so it's a little bit different. But so yeah, first things first. I know Rotom-Mow is definitely worth bringing to the team. I feel like a defensive Rotom-Mow set actually works out. Rotom-Mow set actually works out pretty well. Obviously, you know, Dragalge messes it up, but it can take on the Koko kind of by being able to take on those electric type moves. You know, it can kind of take on. The problem is he's gonna have HP Ice on stuff, so there's not really a lot I can do there. But I know I'm gonna have Volt Switch on this thing. I think Leaf Storm is actually worth bringing. I think I like the Will-O-Wisp option. And then in terms of a last move, I think Defog could be kind of cool too. Just as kind of an option there. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I really want on this thing that could be useful. You know, like he could bring Tangrowth in on this thing a bunch, but that's not a huge deal. Does Foul Play get me anything? Not really. What's his ground type? Gligar is his ground type. Maybe HP Ice for Gligar. Catch that thing, you know, switching in. He can also switch in Marowak. So maybe Shadow Ball is kind of a cool tech. Shadow Ball predicting Marowak isn't a terrible idea. Actually, I wonder. Let me see here. What is this thing doing? Rotom-Mow. What am I doing to Alolan Marowak switching in? I'm curious. If I Foul Play it. We're doing about half. If I Shadow Ball it, we're doing a little bit more than half. But that's offensive. I'm not going to be offensive. This is also figuring out max attack. So Shadow Ball seems to be... It's about the same. I think Foul Play is generally a little stronger. Foul Play also helps against Linoone if he tries to set up. Because if he belly drums against me, I can Foul Play and just one-shot it. So that's an option. Shadow Ball hits Starmie a little bit harder. But I think... And do I want Will-O-Wisp or do I want Toxic? I think I want Toxic. Because Will-O-Wisp doesn't really generate me any benefit here. I think I'm going to go with Shadow Ball. And I am going to run a defensive set. We'll run Leftovers just for general kind of survivability. Or in max HP. I do want to make sure that a max speed Marowak here does not outspeed us. So max speed Marowak hits 173. And we are going... No, that's actually... Hits 207. So we're naturally faster than Marowak no matter what. So we actually don't really have to worry about that. We're always going to be faster than Marowak. Let me just look at Tyranitar's speed here. Mega Tyranitar hits 71 base speed. So for that reason, I'm just going to put a little bit of speed on this thing. And then I think I want to make him pretty specially bulky. Mainly for the Tapu Koko, which, you know, without choice specs really isn't going to be doing too much to us. So let's run a pretty specially defensive set. I'm not going to like go crazy with my calcs. You know what I mean? But this thing serves a pretty good switch into Tangrowth. It also serves as a decent switch into Starmie, not Ice Beaming me. And I can Volt Switch out, and then again, the Alolan Marowak switch, and I have the Shadow Ball for. So it's kind of just like a middle ground defensive pivot, I think. So let's do that. I think Pidgeot has a very weird matchup. Pidgeot's got such a weird matchup this week. It's like good in some ways and bad in others, but I think it's too good of a Pokemon to not bring. Yeah. I think I've got to bring Pidgeot, so we're going to. Obviously, we got the Pidgeot type. It's weird because it's good against half of his team and it's really bad against the other half. Definitely needs U-turn, definitely needs Hurricane, Heat Wave, and then Hidden Power Fighting. Let me just see what Pidgeot Hidden Power Fighting is doing to a... Because, I mean, even Koko isn't going to want to take Hurricanes, like, switching in. So at least there's that. But, like, what does T-Tar take from it? T-Tar is going to take from a Hidden Power Fighting about 40% if he's got a lot of HP investment. So, yeah, we'll do that. We're on max special attack, and then we want to basically be faster than Starmie. Or I guess Lucha without the speed boost. So, I doubt he runs max speed Lucha. He doesn't have to. He hits 325. We hit 375. So we need to hit 326 when we're not Mega Evolved. Oh no, he's not max speed. I don't think he's going to run max speed Lucha. So you know what? I'm just going to run it for Starmie because I really don't feel like we need all that speed anyway. So we need to hit 362. 363, so 208 speed on our Pidgeot. So we're gonna run 208 speed. Okay, with a timid nature, and then we'll run the rest in HP. Okay, I think that's good. That allows us to outspeed the most important thing is Starmie, because again, Lucha doesn't run max speed anyway. You typically run bulk on it. So, okay, one thing I was thinking that could work in this match. It could work, it could not work. Necrozma's coming to this game. But what kind of Necrozma do I bring? I was thinking a Choice Scarf Necrozma could actually be kind of cool, because it allows me to outspeed the Tapu Koko. And I can definitely take a hit from the Lucha and one-shot it on the special side. So it kind of serves as a good way to deal with those. Alternatively, like an Autotomize set isn't bad. Using Necrozma like to Autotomize and set up. So it's kind of tricky. And even like Specs Necrozma is pretty scary for him because his switching, I mean, he's got T-Tar obviously, and he could potentially try to Pursuit Trap us. So I do have to be very careful about that. That's one thing we have to be very, very cautious of, is like a Pursuit Trapping T-Tar. But like we can run a Scarf Necrozma and really put in some work. So that's something I'm thinking of. We know we're bringing Necrozma though. I think I've got to bring Zygarde in this match. I think a Dragon Dancing Zygarde looks really, really scary against him. Because with a Yachi Berry. The Yachi Berry is going to allow me to take a hit from like a Starmie or a Koko or even HP Ice Tangrowth or any of those things, and then I could potentially put in a ton of work. So I feel like the HP and like an Ice Punch or whatever from T-Tar, I think it gets it. So I'm definitely feeling like we definitely need to bring Zygarde. So I think a Yachi Berry Dragon Dance set is really good because that's going to give us enough speed to outpace the Koko. And even though like Lucha could be faster than us, I think we'll like defensively be able to get the right checks. So we're going to want 1,000 arrows. We definitely want extreme speed. And then I think we want, do I need anything else? I need something for Tangrowth probably. Because otherwise Tangrowth can just kind of do things. What do we have for Tangrowth? We got Sludge Wave, but we want a physical move. What do we get for physical moves? What are our physical options here? Nothing really. Yeah, bulky grass types, man. He's got a really good team against us. I mean, it's Outrage. I guess it's Outrage. I think I mean, the problem is, like, I really would love to just stack. Actually, what is his hazard removers? Hold on. Starmie is his hazard remover. Gligar can defog. I was wondering maybe Sticky Webs could be a really good strategy against him, but it's not going to hurt the Lucha, so it's kind of pointless. Do I want to run Outrage? I mean, it could allow us I mean, Outrage does like destroy his team though once Koko's gone too. So yeah, let's just run Outrage. I do think that we have to pick the wrong move. We do have to bring Zygarde. So like I know I have to bring Zygarde. Okay, in terms of speed tier, we pretty much just need to be faster than just the T-Tar really. Maybe Gligar, but Gligar's likely to be defensive. So not really too concerned about trying to outspeed that. So I would say just wanting to be faster than like a max speed Tyranitar. What's Klinklang speed? 70? No, it's 90. I don't really care if I'm faster than Klinklang. I'm not really concerned about that. So I'd rather be faster than T-Tar, like a max speed Mega Tyranitar, just in case he tries to run Dragon Dance against me. So he hits 265 speed, so we have to hit 266. Which we can actually do with the neutral nature. So we can run Adamant, we can run max, like a good amount of HP, and minus that. So that hits 266, which should put us above like a defensive Gligar. Gligar's pretty fast. But yeah, even he's gonna hit like 220. Yeah, Gligar's not gonna be that speed invested. So that Zygarde set should do us just fine, I would imagine. I do wanna just run a quick calc here. And just like, so if we're running this, we have a Yachi. I'm pretty sure that allows us to take like Koko. Because once we get that, I mean, he could obviously run Dazzling Gleam, but that's why we have 160, but that's choice specs. So if he's not specs, HP Ice does like nothing to us. And then, like a Tyranitar move, like he's not gonna, we can definitely set up on T-Tar. Like there's a lot of options for us to set up. I'm a little concerned about Tangrowth though, but Outrage at +1 is gonna do, it's like a 2 KO. So if we weaken him, we can definitely make this Zygarde set work. So I think that that's a safe play. I think it's a good play. Okay, moving forward here. Azumarill looks kind of good. Like I like the priority that Azumarill provides because it gives me something against, some of his threats, but I don't necessarily think it's amazing. Stack Attacka has some viability, but again, he's got a few different things that can like really destroy Stack Attacka, so I'm a little iffy there. Snorlax actually seems really good in this match. Snorlax seems incredible in this match, dude. Yeah, we're gonna bring Snorlax. We're gonna bring the Thick Fat set though. Thick Fat allows us to take on the Alolan Marowak incredibly well. We basically wall it. And our special defensive ability, like being so specially defensive, is really valuable here. I'm gonna run Leftovers. Unless I wanna run like Resto Chesto. I'm feeling like Earthquake is good here. And I'm feeling like Body Slam is good because I like Perez. And I like, obviously the Hawlucha is a problem, but other than that, like what we can do with this set is we can force the Hawlucha in early, which is good. Cause he's gonna need Hawlucha to break through this thing. I think a Curse set is really good this week. Curse. Earthquake, Body Slam, Curse. And then, I mean, I don't know if Rest is the best option. I do like Curse though. Let's think about this. That's gonna allow us to beat so many things, and this like gives us a really solid defensive answer to Dragalge as well, which is kind of nice. Like he's got a lot of specially offensive Pokemon, so I feel like this Snorlax is really important. Pursuit Trapping Starmie is kind of an option. I don't think that that's worth it. Let's see here. Is there anything that I could possibly want to do with this thing in terms of its last move? What are his status setters? Do I want Facade? I don't think I need Facade. I think this is gonna be a pretty straightforward match. Like instead of Hazards. I'm trying to think of what else I could possibly need. Protect isn't a bad option just to get like more health back. I am leaning towards Rest though, because if he can't break through me and I can, I just hate to have those turns wasted where like I could potentially allow him to set up on me, which I don't think is a good option. Belly Drum isn't a play. Counter could be kind of cool. Primarily, actually I kind of like Toxic maybe. I really like Toxic against this team. What's his switch in to me? Probably switching. He probably switches in Tangrowth or Mega T-Tar. I'm gonna run Toxic. I feel like being able to Toxic something is gonna be worth. All right, I'm gonna run a lot of special defense. Let me do some calcs here real quick on Snorlax. I want to make sure I have a good amount. That's like the standard set is a careful set. With 192 is the standard. I'm assuming Koko doesn't like really do much to this thing at all. Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Let me see what Dragalge's doing with a Z move. Yeah, we're actually tanking that. Wow, dude. That's incredible. That is incredible. I'll run the standard Curse-like set in this case. Normally I don't run the standard sets, but this is one of those instances where like I don't really want to go and start calcing things out. We'll run careful. Yeah, dude, this thing is gonna tank hits from him. Okay, so I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so now like big weaknesses right now that I'm seeing: Linoone potentially setting up, extreme speed sweeping me. That's a problem. It's a problem mitigated by Stack Attacka, which is nice, but I don't know if Stack Attacka is the way to go. Azumarill, obviously. Aqua Jet looks good. Actually, Azumarill looks really good offensively. Do I just win with Belly Drum or no? Do I win with Belly Drum? What is a +6 Azumarill doing to... What is a +6 Azumarill doing to a Hawlucha at +1 defense? With Aqua Jet. Dude, that's a lot of damage. That could be the play. Because we can, you know, the thing is like Starmie, he's got, you know, he's got a Starmie, he's got a Tangrowth, he's got like a lot of things. But like, I know I'll outspeed the Tangrowth, so I'm not really concerned about that. And I know I'll outspeed like things like Dragalge. We'll run enough speed on it for those Pokemon. And I think we're naturally bulky enough to like live a hit from something. All right, what else do we have? Ferroseed actually looks kind of good. In some ways. Ferroseed's kind of cool because it can kind of handle the Starmie, it can handle Tangrowth. It can switch in on Dragalge really well. Actually, Ferroseed looks pretty good. Ferroseed looks pretty good. Let's see here. Ferroseed looks really interesting in this match. Like, Ferroseed gives me a defensive switch into so many things. And I can run, like, spikes and toxic spikes and try to... it could be my stealth rocker. It's not a bad option. It's not a bad option at all. So, let me think. Let me see here. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, my dad's like texting me. I'm trying to deal with that too. I don't think Shuckle's the answer. I don't think Salazzle's good in this match. Azumarill does look okay. I have my issues with Stack Attacka. I have ways to beat the Starmie. What do I want to do? Is Rotom better off being Scarfed? No, I don't think so. I think the defensive Rotom set is the right set. Alright, I need to turn my phone off. This is getting really annoying. Okay, let's see here. I mean, Ferroseed actually looks kind of good because it stops the Linoone from potentially sweeping me. In some ways, like kind of. It shuts down Dragalge though. And it gets up rocks. Shuts down Kling Clang. Probably shuts down T-Tar. And can Gyro Ball it. Hawlucha destroys it. Marowak destroys it. And it serves a decent switch into Koko. Because it's going to resist the dual stabs from Koko. Yeah, I'm going to do it, dude. I'm going for it, man. Little Seed is back, baby. The Little Seed is back. We're going for it. Iron Barbs. I want Stealth Rocks in this match. Leech Seed. Gyro Ball. And Spikes, I think. I think I want Spikes. So if I can stack on him, that's going to be really good. I'll run max that. I definitely want some special defense. We're going to lower our speed down. Definitely want some physical defense. We'll go higher on the special side. And we got that. Yeah, dude, I'm going for it, man. Let me just see here real quick. I want to just see Ferroseed. No, that's Little Cup. Ferroseed against Linoone. Linoone at +6. Going for a Shadow Claw. Wow. Does nothing. Does nothing, dude. It's really valuable. It's really, really valuable. So I'm sold on it, man. I'm sold on that set. I'm sold on that set. This one has 128 defense. We could put a little bit more into our defense, not a ton. Okay. I think it's good. I mean, you know, obviously his ALOLA and Marowak is really scary against my team, but Snorlax should be able to stop that thing really, really well. You know? I've got Zygarde, which destroys it offensively. All right, this is Necrozma set. I'm really feeling like Necrozma, like an offensive Choice Scarf Necrozma. I just don't know if Scarf is the play, but it feels really good. Like Photon Geyser is gonna just destroy things. Lucha can't do much to me because we're so bulky. I'm going for the Scarf set, dude. I feel like, I know he's got that T-Tar, but I've got a couple different things that can handle the T-Tar. I feel like it's worth it. So Photon Geyser. Physical of user's attack is greater than special attack. Yeah, so it's gonna be a special attack. So we want that. We want probably Earth Power. We want. Actually, does a Calm Mind Necrozma just win the game? No, because of T-Tar. Calm Mind. Wait a minute. Calm Mind Necrozma with a Colbur Berry looks pretty fancy. But I like this Scarf set as an immediate way to deal with Tapu Koko. I just don't want to get Pursuit Trapped by Mega Tyranitar. That's the thing that worries me the most. But like, what on his team? Like, I can spam Psychic moves against him. And things like Tangrowth are not going to want to take them. Just as like a super offensive option. I don't think Choice Scarf is like the best use of Necrozma's abilities though. That's the one thing that's got me hung up, but it gives me something faster than Koko. But I have a couple things that are good against Koko still. Rotom and Ferroseed. You know what, we're gonna try to run a more defensive set. I have Photon Geyser and I have Earth Power. Do I need anything other than that? I don't think so. Those two coverage moves should get me what I need. Because we'll hit the T-Tar. I really want to run... How much are we doing at T-Tar? What if I run HP Fighting instead? Let me see here. Him Power Fighting. We do so little to him because he's so bulky. We do so little to him. But if we start setting up Calm Minds... Calm Mind does look good though against him. And what is T-Tar doing with like Crunch and stuff? It does a lot. But if I have Bulk, I can run Weakness Policy Autotomize. And potentially win the game. I like that. Yo, we're going for the YOLO, man. We're going Weakness Policy Autotomize. Because what is he hitting me super effectively with? He's going to hit me Mega T-Tar, ALOLA Whack, going for Shadow Bone. I think it's a win con. For sure. Let's do it. Weakness Policy, Autotomize, Hidden Power Fighting. I think. How much does Hidden Power Fighting do? It does a lot more than Earth Power. Let's go with Hidden Power Fighting. Hidden Power Fighting. I'll run Moonlight. I don't think we get any other. What fighting moves do we get? What does he get for fight? Does he get any fighting moves or does he have to run HP Fighting? Wait, can it even run it? Oh, now it can run HP Fighting, right? Or no? Is HP Fighting legal on Necrozma? It might not be legal on Necrozma. Oh, it gets Brick Break though. Yo, Brick Break might be better. Yo, Brick Break's actually better because that hits him on the physical side anyway. Yeah, because he's gonna have Sandstream. Let's go with that. And Weakness Policy boosts both sides anyway. So I need to see our speed. Basically needs to be. I want to outspeed. Max speed. I gotta outspeed max speed Koko after +2, which is 394. That means we need to hit 197. So that's, we're at 197 already, like just there. That puts us above Koko. But I feel like I want to be faster than that. I want to make sure I'm faster than max speed Marowak. Gotta make sure we're faster than max speed Marowak, which is 10. Oh no, I'm level. It's 207. So we gotta get to at least 208. And then from there, I feel like that might be it. I mean, we can maybe creep above Tyranitar a little bit and see where Tyranitar is gonna net out. He hits like 200 with minimal speed. So we'll go a little higher. And then we're gonna run basically a lot of special attack. I do wanna see if I'm running a minus attacking nature with Brick Break. And I'm running a plus special attack nature here. And I've got the rest in HP. How much am I doing with Brick Break? 2 T-Tar. Looks like HP Fighting is actually doing more if I'm honest. Maybe I should just run HP Fighting. But can you run HP Fighting on Necrozma? That's the thing I don't remember. So the reason why I'm asking that question is because I know there's some issues with its IVs. Well, I guess we'll find out. I can send it into a battle and test it. I don't remember if you can or not. I have no idea. That feels like a good set though. Because he's got like knockoff on other things. But would he knock off? And like, if he hits me with a Alolan Marowak, I can take a hit too, like an offensive Marowak hitting me with Shadow Bone, and if I have like 184. That does so much though. Maybe that's not the play. Is it the play? What else is he hitting me super effectively with? A Marowak, Gligar potentially, Tangrowth knockoff, Mega T-Tar going for, you know, Crunch or whatever. Don't know, man. This is a tough set. This is a tough set. Everything else is done, right? This guy's done. 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 Okay. You know, I was really like feeling that Scarf set initially. I just don't think that's the answer. I like a Calm Mind option again, or even Colberberry. Colberberry, Calm Mind. And then you just take the Autotomize out of the equation. Like a defensive Calm Mindset with Colberberry. Because, like, how does he break through Calm Mind? I don't know. But then that still struggles against the Marowak. That's where Earth Power is nice. I mean, I could run the same speed and run a more defensive set. Like, focus a little bit more defensively. Get max there. You know, run some more defense instead of so much special attack. And then run, like, Calm Mind instead of Autotomize. I just like the idea of having something faster than the stuff he's rocking with. If I have 76 special attack, this is a tough set, dude. I'm impish. No, I'm bold. I'm taking the hits better, that's for sure. Photon Geyser at +2. Yeah, I mean, that's still doing a lot. And I am gonna have hazard support. HP Fighting. Earth Power. What's Earth Power doing? Earth Power is still a 2 at KO. It's tricky. I'm gonna have to weaken him. And this set is also not that good against Starmie. Earth Power is way... I mean, Photon Geyser is doing about what Earth Power is doing to Starmie anyway. So it's not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna rock with it, dude. Kind of a weird set, but let's do it. Photon Geyser, Autotomize, Hidden Power, Fighting, Moonlight. I think that set's fine. Let me jump into just an OU battle. I'll forfeit it, but let me just make sure that Hidden Power Fighting works. Looks like it's not gonna give me a warning. Oh, no. Correct. Correct. Necrozma can't have hidden power fighting. I thought so. Okay, we're gonna run Earth Power then. Does that hit Marowak harder at least? I had a feeling you couldn't run it. It does the same as Photon Geyser. It's gonna do the same. So it looks like Brick Break is the play then, because then at least I get the +2. So let's go with that. I'll run Brick Break and Photon Geyser. That's our squad, man. Kind of a weird build, dude. It was a tough one. This is a tough matchup with him having so many threats. Tapu Koko, obviously. You know, he's got a lot of big threats, dude. It's just gonna be really tough, but we'll mess around with it. We'll see how it goes, dude. We'll jump into the battle here shortly, and wish me luck. All right, guys, here we are. He brought a very different team than what I expected. Obviously, the T-Tar, he brought the Linoone, obviously a huge threat. The good thing about the Linoone is I do have some priority on my team, and I do have a couple things that can hopefully handle it. I'm glad I brought Pidgeot because it's really good against him. So I feel like leading Pidgeot could be really solid. I also feel like actually leading with my little Lego dude here might not be a bad play either, because I can definitely set up hazards, but I kind of want to save that for you know, for the Linoone. So that's kind of a tricky spot, but I feel like Pidgeot's like a really good lead. And actually, you know, Voltergeist isn't a bad lead either. I can Volt Switch out on a lot of things. I'm a little concerned about the Gligar lead though. So there's that. I'm trying to just decide what my best lead is here. Like, getting up rocks is pretty sweet, but they're not like super essential. I'd rather use Lego more defensively. I think I'm gonna lead Burbs. Let's lead Burb here. We'll kick the timer on. He leads T-Tar. That's fine with me. I can just U-turn out on it. So let's just kick the timer on here. We're gonna Mega Evolve. We'll just U-turn out. I mean, I do have the hidden power, but it's not really worth. So let's just go for the U-turn here, I think. Because he could just go for a rock type move and like kind of obliterate me. So I'm actually gonna predict the rock move here on turn 1 and probably go Zygarde. If he ice punches, I have the Yachi Berry, and then I can just fire off a you know, a pretty big hit. So he's gonna Mega Evolve. I'm gonna Mega Evolve. I get a big U-turn off here. It doesn't really do much to him. That leads me to believe that he's more physically defensive. I do want to just see what's Zygarde doing to a Mega T-Tar with 1,000 arrows. Looks like it's gonna do about half. You know, so that's okay with me. Let's do that. Let's go right into our Zygarde here though and see what he's gonna do. He just goes for rocks, so that's fine. This is an opportunity for me to set up though. Like, do I want to start setting up? I don't think I can because of the potential of him like switching in a couple different things, like him going Tangrowth here. There's a part of me that wants to double into my Burb. Do I feel risky right now? Because if he ice punches, I'm in trouble. Let's go for the 1,000 arrows. He's gonna stay in. Sweet. All right. Well, that's fine. And he shows the Dragon Tail, which is super effective. Switches us out into Rotom. It's okay. Could be worse. I get some leftovers recovery. I like Toxic here a good amount. I think Toxic is pretty good against a lot of his team. So let's go for the Toxic. He's gonna go into Tangrowth. That's actually phenomenal because I get to Toxic the Tangrowth now. And he was probably predicting a Leaf Storm. So let's see. Did he show an item? I don't think so. Okay, so I can Volt Switch here. And we can go into Legos, but I don't want to take a knockoff. I could also go into Burb and start pressuring him, but I feel like Burb has a lot of usefulness in this match. Once I mean, the T-Tar is already weakened actually, so I kind of want to try to get that in for free at some point. What does he do here? Is there any downside to me just Shadow Balling him for damage? I'm going to Shadow Ball for damage. He's going to Hidden Power Ice. Okay, it doesn't really do much. And I'm going to Shadow Ball and get a good chunk off on him. I get a special defense drop. That's going to force him to switch, I think. Which is huge. Yeah, it forces him to switch out. He's got to get that regenerator and switch out. So this is an opportunity for me to potentially predict the Gligar coming in, which I have very few options for. I could Leaf Storm or I could Toxic. The problem is the Gligar is probably going to have immunity. So what would his switch in be here? His switch in would most likely be the Gligar, if I had to guess. Eclipse does look pretty good against that thing because I can Autotomize. And really Gligar can't do much to me. And now that he's weakened, Autotomize looks really good against him. Let's go to Eclipse predicting the Gligar. He goes T-Tar. Okay. So we mispredict that, but that's fine. and he doesn't actually have his sand anymore, I can go for the Autotomize here and go to try to break through his team. I know I can take one crunch from him. Or I can just go for the Brick Break and try to knock him out. But I don't think it's going to do enough. Not without our weakness policy. I think it's right on the verge of if it's going to do enough or not. That U-turn damage from Pidgeot earlier did like nothing. Which is why I'm a little concerned. Yeah, I think he's physically defensive. So I feel like my best play here is to Autotomize and take a crunch from him. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. He goes for Toxic. Kind of annoying. Because that actually limits our effectiveness here. We're going to Brick Break. Yeah, it's good that he had the Toxic. He was prepared for a setup sweeping Necrozma. Surprised that he didn't just go for Crunch. But I can at least go for a Brick Break here. Get rid of this T-Tar. And then hopefully hit something really hard. Probably the Starmie. Because even if he crunches here, I get my weakness policy. If we do knock him out with Brick Break, that's phenomenal. I don't think we're going to, though. I think he's physically defensive. So I think we're going to come up a little short. But, you know, we can take a crunch. So I know we can take a crunch. But we're only going to have like 1 or 2 turns to make this work. Really surprised about the team he brought overall, though. I felt like there was other things. Brick Break actually does knock him out, which is kind of good and bad. Like, we save a ton of health there, but we don't have our weakness policy. So, or we didn't activate it, so that's kind of a thing. But we're in an okay situation here. Obviously, the big thing that's scary is the Linoone, but I believe that our Ferroseed should be able to hold it down against that thing. So, Tangrowth this weekend, Toxic. Gligar can come in and try to knock off against me, which is fine. So there's that. If Koko comes in, I know I can live a hit and I'm faster. And if Starmie wants to hit me, I know I can take a hit from the Starmie and I can, you know, just Photon Geyser it. So he's in an interesting predicament here. I hope he goes Gligar and knockoffs. That would be the best case scenario. But I don't think he goes that route. He may just, like, that might be the way he tries to stall Toxic turns. He says, okay, Gligar is my least useful member of the team. So that's an option there. He goes Starmie. Okay, so Starmie makes some sense. I'm just going to Photon Geyser and just get as much damage off as I can on this Starmie. Because what happens is, once Pidgeot comes in, Pidgeot actually looks really good against him. That does nothing. And he's going to Scald, which does a ton. That's Life Orb Scald, okay. So we know he's not faster than Pidgeot, though. So Pidgeot comes in and it Hurricanes. And yes, that brings in... yes, that brings in the Koko. But I have things for Koko. I have a couple things for Koko. So let's do that. Let's go to Pidgeot and let's force him with Hurricane here. I can also U-turn. How much does U-turn do? Not as much, but Hurricane looks good. Let's click Hurricane. He doesn't have a good switch into this thing, aside from the Koko. And I still have 2 really good specially defensive Pokemon. I have a Rotom and I have a Snorlax, both of which can handle the Koko. So that's looking good there. So I mean, he could go Gligar if he's like specially defensive Gligar. He's gonna go Koko, so Koko's gonna take a Hurricane to the face, which is fine by me, and I get the Confusion, which is phenomenal. I'm going 1,000,000% of Voltergeist here, because this thing can pressure out a lot of his team. I'll save my Snorlax, although Snorlax actually isn't a bad play here, because Snorlax Toxic the Linoone if the Linoone comes in, and then I still have my Rotom for later. Yeah, let's go into Snorlax. He's gonna switch back out into Starmie, which is fine. Snorlax can handle this really well, I think. And I can Body Slam here. That could be Analytics Starmie as well. Maybe that's why it did so much damage to me earlier. I do like the Body Slam play here. I can also Curse. He could have Psyshock. I'm just gonna Body Slam. He's gonna Scald. Pitiful damage. Does nothing. Obviously, we run the risk of getting burned, but we get a Para there, which is clutch. Very nice. I don't want to risk getting burned. I'm gonna switch into Voltergeist, I think. I don't want to risk getting burned here on a Scald. Seems he gets paralyzed anyway, doesn't matter. Seemed unnecessary to get, you know, to deal with that. I like the Volt Switch play here as much as I feel like Gligar could come in. I don't anticipate it coming in. I think he lets this thing go down, and he does, which is good. What do I do now? How do I stop? I mean, what does he do against Ferroseed? I don't need Zygarde anymore. At all, really. Well, Zygarde's extreme speed is actually nice for the, Yeah, let's go Zygarde. Let's go Zygarde. Maybe we bait the Koko here, and we have the Yachi. Maybe we bait the Koko with the Yachi. Or he goes Tangrowth. And even Tangrowth, like, if he goes Tangrowth, I mean, I have some really good switch-ins to that still. So, and honestly, once, like, all I need is I need free switch-ins to Pidgeot, because Pidgeot is really pressuring his team. I wish I had Rocks up, though. It would make all the difference against that Koko, but it's all good. But yeah, Pidgeot really pressures his team. I have to be super careful about that Linoone, though. I do not want to lose to Linoone. That's where Ferroseed comes in. I've been very careful with Ferroseed because I want to make sure I can get those Iron Barbs hits with a Gyro Ball, and then give myself an opportunity to potentially extreme speed or something like that. That Linoone can still win this game, though. So you've got to be very, very careful. But I think we should be okay. So he does go Tangrowth here. Okay. To me, Voltergeist is just a really good option here. Potentially Volt Switch out. The HP Ice is very likely. I can also go Free Hugs and start setting up curses. Let's go for that. Let's see what he goes for. HP Ice. Alright, we're gonna start cursing. PG stream, dude. Let's do it. He could have Toxic. He goes into Gligar. Gligar most likely has Toxic, if I had to guess. Do I want to find out, or do I just go Legos? It's Body Slam. He goes for Knockoff. Okay, maybe he doesn't. Let's see how much Body Slam does. Not much, but something. Let's Body Slam again. I want to see if he has Toxic or not. I mean, my Koko's, he goes Tangrowth. Okay. He's got Rocky Helmet on that thing. That's why. Alright, good plays on his part. Without my recovery, this thing isn't as good. Let's Body Slam again. Keep him from switching something in. Yikes, dude. I'm really scared of that Linoone, man. I don't want to lose to Linoone. I just, if it sets up a belly drum, it could just win the game. My team's like really weakened now. Like, I still have Ferroseed, but if he sets up a belly drum, I'm gonna be in trouble. I feel like I need to go into, he goes Koko. Ooh. Goodbye, dude. That's huge. He goes back into growth. I just keep body slamming. I lose nothing from body slamming. Yeah. He takes damage there. That's fine. I lose nothing from body slamming and just getting our Pidgeot in and just firing off hurricanes. Yeah, I don't know what Gligar's taken, but Pidgeot does well there. Let me see what Gligar takes from a hurricane. I mean, it's taken half. He goes Linoone, okay. Here's the telltale sign right now. I have Hidden Power Fighting, but I think Hurricane does more. Extreme Speed doesn't knock me out. Hurricane could actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does more. Yeah, so we just Hurricane here. He's gonna have to try to set up, but this should knock him down. Yeah, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna almost knock him out. He's gonna activate his berry, and then he's gonna belly drum. But the strategy comes into play here, baby. We got Legos, man. That is why we brought Legos, dude. That is why we brought the Legos. I knew that I was gonna have to make my opponent step on some Legos in this match. And that's what we made happen, dude. The Iron Barbs, baby. He goes for Stomping Tantrum. And he does get hit with the Iron Barbs. I was gonna say for a second, it might not actually work, but it did. Okay. Thank goodness. We're gonna Leech Seed. Goes for Knockoff. He takes Iron Barbs. Gets rid of our EVL8. I missed my Seed, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna Leech Seed again, though. He Earthquakes and knocks us out. That's fine. Alright. What do I do here? Snick. Go for Outrage. Go for the Snick Outrage. Let's go for that. He Toxics me. If he has Roost, this actually could be problematic. He could like Roost stall. He is gonna Roost. Okay. Gonna Outrage again. He could Roost stall me here. This is sketchy, man. Sketchy stuff, dude. I mean, I'm dying of Toxic. Let's go to Voltergeist. I'm confused. Alright, what I can do is I can Shadow Ball and try to get a drop. He's gonna knock off. Surprised that he attacked there. I can't Toxic because he's gonna have immunity. Would he have immunity? I'm gonna Toxic. He's got immunity. He's gonna Roost. I'm gonna Shadow Ball. He's gonna Toxic me. Am I gonna get stalled out by this Zygarde, dude? All because I missed that Leech Seed, dude. All because I missed the Leech Seed. All because I missed the Leech Seed, dude. I'm gonna get stalled out by this thing. Yep. I'm gonna get stalled out by this thing because I missed the Leech Seed, man. And I'm gonna lose to Zygarde. That's annoying. That's annoying. There's still hope. I can still confuse him with Hurricane. Justice! Justice. We're gonna win the game. Whew! Good game. Take that W, man. We're gonna win 2-0 there. Came down to the wire. I don't know if he was gonna be able to knock us out there anyway. Obviously, Knockoff wasn't gonna kill. Earthquake couldn't do anything. Toxic wouldn't have been enough. I don't think the confusion mattered. He wasn't gonna be able to do enough damage there with the Zygarde, I don't think, at the end to knock me out there. Man, that Leech Seed missed, but you know what, though? Legos put in the work, dude. Legos coming in and taking that Linoone hit was ginormous, dude. Ginormous. But we're going to win with Pidgeot, dude. Pidgeot puts in the work once again. Thank you guys so much for watching this match. Of course, the aDrive Army Battle League. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the game. And, of course, props to my opponent, man. Thanks for the game, dude. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one. And be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.